Hello everyone, and today we'll be seeing one of the problem from Geeks for Geeks. It is quite simple problem or very easy problem. It's just mentioned easy, but it is very easy. You can see the accuracy rate is pretty high, but let's do it anyway. It would be fun. So the problem is pretty simple. I'll explain you straightforward. It says we are given a matrix which is n cross n, obviously, and we need to find the transpose of the matrix. So if you know what transpose of a matrix is, you got it covered. Skip the video to front, else I'll explain in short what the transpose is. So you see there are two fields within a matrix. One is row, one is column. So these vertical things which you see 1, 2, 3, 4, these are known as row. So this is row number 1, row number 2, row number 3. And these things which you see vertically, these are columns. Now a transpose of a matrix is when you alternate the row with a column. So you have this row with where everything is 1, you go it convert the row into column, and you say that hey, this row is now a column 1 1 1 1 1. Similarly, second row is now second column, third row is now third column, and fourth row is the fourth column. Likewise, so far so forth. 1 2 has become 2 1 2 vertically, and 9 2 horizontally 9 minus 2 horizontally became 9 minus 2 vertically. Obviously, now you have came to know that the first and foremost case is the matrix should be a must and should be a square matrix. Okay, so this is the must have criteria for this. Although this problem is much more simple because we don't wanted to do it in place, but we wanted to create another data structure. If we wanted to do in place, we should have went with any kind of swapping methods. But yeah, we are lucky enough that we wanted to just create a new data structure for this. But let's have few validations first. So we have matrix mat, and we need to be sure that matrix mat 0.length, or in case that matrix mat.length should be equal to this, then only it's possible. The moment we see that hey, it's not equal, then we throw new illegal argument exception. So this kind of coding is very good when you do it in interview style. So invalid matrix. So this gives interviewer a sense that you are not just a beginner, but you know how to catch exceptions, how to throw exceptions, what exception handling is. And since we are handling mat directly, it's a good practice to check it null initially as well, or mat of dot length is equal to 0. In either of any of these cases, we throw an illegal argument exception, invalid matrix. But in such kind of coding platforms, there are no invalid test cases, so this line would not be executed anytime soon. So now here is our core logic. The core logic defines make row element to column, and that's it. How do we identify? So we identify generally with the help of matrix of I, j, where I is a row element and j is the column element. I'll just say column element, col element. Now we need to convert ij from row column to column row. That's it. So now in new matrix, I is column and j is row. That's it. And here you solve the entire problem. Here is just an implementation again. You have an array list. This is not a good practice, by the way. It's better to have an abstract types or at least an interfaces on the left hand side, but the return types is so strong and rigid, which is given to us by Geeks for Geeks. That's the reason we are adhering. This is not a good practice by Geeks for Geeks. If anyone from Geeks for Geeks is watching this, please improve this. So I'm going from I0 to mat.length I++, and I'll take current list integer current is equal to new array list. So what this current is? It is nothing but a current row which we are filling up. And for let's not complicate it. I'll just say current, or I'll just say list. And I'll be going from int j is equal to 0, j is less than mat of 0.length, or I'll say mat of I.length j++. So far so good. How do I access a matrix element? By ij. But now in the new matrix we want not ij but jk. That's the reason I'll just add from matrix j I, sorry, not jk, it's my bad, ji. And ultimately I'll result.add the list. So far so good, and return the result. So rest would contain the entire matrix. Let's compile this to see whether we have any compiler errors. It seems not. Let's submit this code and check for the rest of test cases, which seems okay. It's taking a while. I guess it would pass. It seems it would pass, and it passed anyway. So this is a quite simple question from matrix, and this was in a very easy category. However, if you wanted to know how to identify, or if you know which row has the minimum number of ones, click the video on your right, and I'll see you in the next one.